Hi, everybody. I hope that you're all very, very well today. I'm going to be giving us a card reading for this week of the 3rd of August. But of course, as per usual, whenever you're watching this video, this message will be relevant for you then. So I'm using the She Sirens pack and I'm shuffling and just seeing what card message would like to come through this week of the Lionsgate. We're moving towards Lionsgate on Saturday, the 8th of August. We're in the Lionsgate portal right now. I will talk a little bit more about. There, a card has just popped out. And the card is joy. Yes, I'm very happy that we've got this card this week. Okay, so that's the picture. And what does it say on her necklace? Let's just have a little look-see. Enjoy life. And she looks very exuberant and joyous and expressive. Okay, so live life. Let's just start there with those words, live life. As we come into, we're in this Lionsgate portal, which is the portal towards the 8th of August. On the 8th of the 8th, Sirius, the brightest star in the sky, lines up with, that's called our spiritual sun, lines up with our actual sun and the earth. So there is this alignment that occurs where the light from our spiritual sun, Sirius, shines brightly its light into this world. So yes, the stars and the heavens above, of course, are always shining their light into this world, but there are various moments throughout our year where the light intensifies, where the veils thin. And Saturday is one of those days where the veil thins. And when we become very conscious of it and we work with the light of Sirius and the royal lions who are connected with Sirius, and we work with the fire light, and we work with the sun and the masculine, the divine, sacred masculine energies of light, we then can open ourselves up to receive even more of an abundance of this light at this time. And so I just want to speak a little bit about like what we need to do in order to shift into joy, what we need to do to shift into passion, what do we need to do to shift into light. One of the things that's been on my mind lately, because it's been a theme that's been occurring in my life, is what do I want to do with my anger? What do I want to do with the anger that is sitting in my bones? I can feel that there is this kind of repressed rage in my body, both to do with things that I have personally experienced in my life and also to do with things that are unfolding as a collective. And anger has left me feeling in the past, it's left me feeling like a victim. I feel like a victim to my anger. What do I do with it? So it implodes in my body and it gets stuck in my bone. And then I feel this discomfort and this pain and I can't move forward. And I'm kind of getting stuck because anger is fire, right? It's light, but it's light that's not moving. It's because anger is, it's a protection of something. Anger is amazing because there is something within us that wants to protect this vulnerable part of ourselves. And so, and anger is light, and light that is imploding on itself becomes destructive internally. If you imagine a mountain that's got all this, a volcanic mountain, where this light is building up inside, and then eventually it explodes. Well, this is a part of what I feel is occurring in the world at the moment. Every single day, we're reading more news about more fires. It's either electrical fires that are occurring in clubs, in pubs, in buildings, or it's volcanoes, or it's wildfires all over. We know that all over Europe and various places of the world, there have been these massive destructive wildfires. We have them a lot here in Cape Town as well in our summertime. But we're reading more and more about these fires, because why? The anger, the rage that is being held by people is not just being held by people, it's then being held and it's getting stuck in the land too. And the land needs to transform, it needs to move, it needs to express itself, just like we need to transform and move and express ourselves. And so repressed anger becomes, it's like this rage. Rage is amazing because rage can move mountains. Rage is what happens when we propel ourselves forward. Rage is like this, has this ability to create. It's creative energy. And so rage, for me, and this is what I've been thinking of, what does rage actually turn into for me? And the word that I got was passion. How can I transform my inner rage, my anger, into passion, into life, into creation? What is life calling me into create with that incredible alchemical fire within me? It's a strong fire within me. And possibly within you as well. Maybe if you feel into, is there fire within you that feels unexpressed? Is there anger within you? Is there rage? Is there victimhood? Because often with victimhood, it's a result of feeling like somebody's done something against us. But how do we take responsibility to then change that story? And so then we come to the joy card, and joy is a part of that too, because life is joy. Creation is joy. The soul's, the essence of the soul is joy. But if we're not, if we're holding back parts of ourselves, if we're keeping parts of us small, if we're hiding, if we are getting stuck in old stories, then we're not able to step fully into life, fully into joy. And so I feel like the light coming in at this time, particularly this week, it started with the feast day of Mary Magdalene, which was 2 Tuesdays ago. That was kind of the start of the Lionsgate portal. And then we're moving now very, very closely into the actual alignment, which occurs on this weekend. This is a time to open our hearts to receive the light. And to not just receive the light, but to allow our inner light to begin to move. So things that we can do is literally moving our body, or get clear about, if it is anger that you're feeling, what are you feeling angry about? What are you feeling like a victim about? And how can you alchemize that? How can you move that into something that feels the light-filled expression of that thing? So, for instance, if somebody has treated you in a cruel way, or has discarded you, let's say, as an example, then rather than being a victim to that, or rather than getting angry about it, it's looking at, well, how can I use that fire within me to create something just so amazing that I move completely away from that old story? How can I treat people with so much respect, with so much love, that kind of almost cancels out that old story? So we've been called to cancel out old stories by allowing the light within us to move. And joy, as I said, is the state of the soul It's the state of our nature. And so really, yeah, start looking at what can you pour your joy into? What brings you joy? Maybe that's another thing you could think about is what does bring you joy? And often the answer lies in what we loved doing as a child, because often the things that we loved doing as a child, we still love doing it as an adult. But somehow, somewhere along the line, somebody told us that as an adult, we've got to be maybe more serious, or we've got to be more less playful. So joy is play as well. So yeah, just feel into how you can experience that for yourself this week, how you can move your fire, what you can bring your passion to, and how you can truly live life in a way that feels joyful, light-filled, and abundant for you. If you are in Cape Town and you want to join the ceremony at the beach on Saturday morning, it's a sunrise ceremony. We're going to be drumming, rattling, singing. I'll be channeling some information through from the Royal Lions, from Sirius, from the Sun. We're also going to be doing a water offering at Glencairn Beach in Cape Town. Drop me a line. I'll send you the information, or I'll add you to our WhatsApp group. And yeah, it will be really, really beautiful to connect with you there in person. Let's get the community together and just come together in joy. Sending a lot of love and have a great week. Bye.